In this class, we are going to discuss about unit and measurements. In unit and measurement, first we are going to discuss about what is meant by the quantity. Quantity is nothing but it's a size, amount, vastness or magnitude, simply stated as answer for how much or how many. Yes, it's nothing but it's a size. Consider you a marble and a football. So both are spherical in shape, but marble is very small while comparing to the football. So here we can say that the size varies from an object to object. In the same way, amount, for example, you consider a 1 liter bottle and 2 liter bottle. In 1 liter, the amount of water will be 1 liter, and in 2 liter, the amount of water will be 2 liters. So here also the quantity varies from a bottle to bottle. And in the same way, if you consider magnitude, you consider a car moving with 60 km per hour and a bus moving with 40 km per hour. Both are moving from one place to another place, but the speed varies. So here all these quantities come under quantities, and here quantity means it gives the answer for how much or how many. So if any answer comes for how much or how many, that represents the quantity. And next, coming to quantity, and if you consider physical quantity, physical quantity means a quantity which can be measured, or measurable quantity. Measurable quantity is considered as physical quantity. Measurable quantity is considered as physical quantity. What are the quantities we can measure? We can measure the length of the room and area of the room, or weight of a person, height of a person, speed of an object, and height falling of an object. So like this, these all quantities comes under physical quantities. So whatever the quantities we are able to measure, all the quantities will comes under physical quantity. A force is also a physical quantity. For example, a person is applying some force on a table. He is applying some 10 newtons of force on the table. So 10 newton, that means force. Force is also a physical quantity. So like that, what are the quantities we are able to measure, that all quantities will comes under physical quantities. Energy also we can measure in calories. Heat is also can be measured. In the same way, temperature also can be measured. So all these measurable quantities comes under physical quantity. If you consider an example, force, area, volume, energy, so like this, all these comes under physical quantities. Why? Because we are able to measure them. And next, coming to this physical quantity only, this physical quantity is categorized into three different physical quantities. That is, first one is fundamental physical quantity, and second one is supplementary physical quantity, and derived physical quantity. This supplementary physical quantity is also called as base quantities. So base quantities all comes under this. So fundamental physical quantity is also known as base quantity. All base quantities comes under this fundamental physical quantity, and next supplementary physical quantity and derived quantity. Fundamental physical quantities means no quantity can be derived from the other physical quantity. If you consider one fundamental physical quantity and you consider one more fundamental physical quantity, So we can't derive another fundamental physical quantity with the help of the second one. See, for example, the fundamental physical quantities are like this. I want to measure the length of this room, or I want to say how much this room is from here to there. So for that I have to name it as length. So length is a fundamental physical quantity. And next, the sun rises in the morning. So what is the distance between sunrise and sunrise? So the distance in the sense one sunrise to another sunrise. So we have to consider time there. So one sunrise to another sunrise, that means one day. So that comes under time. So time is another fundamental quantity. And next, if I consider a pen and a duster here, I feel the duster is applying something on me. Comparing to this is applying some more on me. What is that more? That is mass. This is having more mass while comparing to this pen. So another base quantity is mass. In the same way, we can measure the electric current also. Electric current also can be measured. So electric current is also a base quantity. And next, we are able to measure the brightness also. See, the shining of light, or shining of the lamp. So these all can be considered as luminous intensity, brightness, luminous intensity. And next, we can measure the see, a hot body and a cold body. There are two different bodies, or in two objects we are taking two different types of liquids. Both the liquids are not same. One liquid is cold and another liquid is hot. So what we will measure there? We will measure by using a instrument called thermometer. We can measure the variation of the two liquids, that is called as temperature. We can measure the difference of the two liquids as temperature. So temperature is also a base quantity. Temperature is also a base quantity. And next, in atmosphere, if you consider, there are a lot of so many amount of molecules and atoms. So a number of molecules or number of atoms, a number, we can measure them. We are also able to measure the amount of molecules or amount of atoms in the atmosphere. So that is also can be measured, that we call as amount of substance. Amount of substance. So like this, these 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these 7 are called as base quantities or fundamental quantities. Why? Because see, length, by taking length we can't justify the time, or by taking time we can't justify mass. So individually they are quantities, so that's why they are called as base quantities. We can't say time in terms of length, we can't say temperature in terms of luminous intensity. So each and every quantity are having their own identity. So that's why they are called as base quantities or fundamental physical quantities. And next, coming to the supplementary physical quantities. These supplementary physical quantities are used as geometrical quantities. So that's why they are called as supplementary physical quantities. There are only two quantities here, plane angle and solid angle. Plane angle and solid angle. This plane angle is represented for two-dimension bodies, and this solid angle is represented for three-dimensional bodies. That means this we consider for a circle and this we consider for a sphere. So for sphere we consider solid angle and for circle we consider plane angle. That means 2D. For 2 dimension we will consider plane angle and for 3 dimension we will consider solid angle. And next, coming to the derived physical quantities. These derived physical quantities are derived from the either from fundamental physical quantities, that means base quantities, or from supplementary physical quantities. So they are called as derived physical quantities. For example, force is a derived physical quantity. Why? Because we know that force F equal to ma. That means mass into acceleration. That means we are considering a mass and acceleration also we are considering. Acceleration is nothing but acceleration A equal to V minus U by T. That means we are considering a speed also here, final speed or initial speed, or final velocity or initial velocity. That means speed V equal to S by T. That means distance by time. That means what we are covering here, distance in the sense length, meter, and time, second. So here we are covering two different base quantities here, length, time, and again mass we are considering, mass, length, time. Three different base quantities are considered here. So that's why force is a derived physical quantity. And next, if you consider area is also a derived physical quantity. The reason is area is nothing but meter into meter. That means we are considering length into length. Meter into meter, meter square, no? Area means meter square. That means 2 times of length we are considering here. So this is also a derived physical quantity. In the same way, if you consider energy or work, if you consider work is also a derived physical quantity. Reason is work is nothing but the product of force and displacement. Force and displacement means again we are considering length here. So there are so many base quantities in this too. So that's why this is called as derived physical quantities. That means by using the fundamental quantities, maybe the fundamental quantity may be one or more than that. That comes into the derived physical quantities. So this is all about quantity, physical quantity, and types of physical quantities. There are 3 types of physical quantities, that is fundamental physical quantity, supplementary physical quantity, and derived physical quantities. Like that, the physical quantities are divided into 3 types. And in next class we can discuss about the units of this fundamental, supplementary, and derived physical quantities. Thank you.